In the next 3 years, Sound Transit will open 24 new Link Light Rail stations on 2 extensions and an entirely new line. Behind me is the Angle Lake Station on Sound Transit's main line. Today, trains from Seattle terminate here, but Sound Transit is in the process of extending the line south to Federal Way with eventual connections to Tacoma. In order to build this 8-mile extension, Sound Transit compiled almost 8,000 pages of documents in its final environmental impact statement. The science conducted in these documents touches every imaginable aspect that might be affected by construction, from noise impacts to traffic changes, and from wetland studies to historic preservation. In this video, I'll only look into 2 of these aspects. On its own, the Ecosystems Tech Report for this EIS is over 1,000 pages long, and there is a wide variety of science to study. I will look at just one type from this section, wetland biology. Using existing data from the US Department of Fish and Wildlife, Sound Transit identified wetland areas within 300 feet of all construction alternatives. Then, they gathered information from local jurisdictions regarding critical areas. In 2013 and 2014, Sound Transit surveyors did field studies in a variety of wetland environments, such as the Massey Creek Wetland Complex located behind me. Lastly, using GIS software, they classified each wetland zone according to guidelines from the Washington State Department of Ecology. Once they had attained these ratings, Sound Transit was able to continue towards the next steps of mitigation studies. Another type of science investigated in this EIS is level of service for traffic disruptions. Level of service is an autocentric measurement that purely focuses on vehicle throughput at intersections and unfortunately does not account for those walking, rolling, or taking transit. Level of service also treats traffic as a fluid, rather than understanding the emotional complexities of human drivers and their tendencies to push against traffic laws. As this is included in a transit project, it is unfortunate to see that all build options include increasing level of service, such as here at the already enormous intersection of State Route 99 and Kent Des Moines Road, where they will be adding 2 northbound turn pockets to Highway 99. Sound Transit is also cooperating with the Washington Department of Transportation to smooth construction of 4 miles of freeway in the Puget Sound Gateway project connecting Highway 509 with I-5. This highway project, half as long as the Link extension and yet millions of dollars more expensive, will not help the Seattle region meet its climate goals, nor will it help with placemaking in the suburban sprawl of South King County. We've now seen some of the effects of the Federal Way Link extension that continues transit service south from here at Angle Lake. What's interesting to me about this EIS is what Sound Transit is actually considering when choosing routes. Looking at the final comparison table of options presented in the executive summary, we can see that Sound Transit's preferred route along I-5 fares worse in most categories than the option along Highway 99. The freeway alternative displaces more households, impacts more wetlands, uplands, and streams, converts more land to transportation use, and causes more vibration and visual impacts. The only measures on which the I-5 option beats the State Route 99 alignment are in total parcels affected, historic parcels affected, noise impacts, and business displacements. It does not beat the State Route 99 alternative or any of the other alternatives on any of the environmental measures, but it does have the least impact on business out of all of them. This leads me to question the validity of the EIS. Is Sound Transit choosing train routes that have a greater impact on housing and natural environments because they don't face as much pushback from businesses? Or is Sound Transit using the EIS format to study conditions that aren't exactly covered by other studies? In the final portion of this project, I'll look at public comment documents for the EIS and hopefully answer these questions.